Good evening once again, YouTube. Welcome back to Play the Hits, where we are playing Until Dawn, and things are starting to get a little fucked up in here. How you doing, Max?
Yeah, I'm well, honestly, I'm kind of at the edge of my seat here.
Yeah, I was
This
just gonna say,
pretty good.
for everyone's reference, this evening was a twofer, so we're just picking right back up.
Yeah, I can't leave this where it's at right now. I want to see
Yeah,
a little bit more
and fortunately, this next part of the game is going to give you some more satisfying tidbits here.
story bits. Okay,
Yes.
Ash.
Not good at all.
Yeah,
So, if you remembered from a
pocket
few
that.
minutes ago, I did say that you're going to start seeing some of the effects of the kind of
Oh, your
quiz
choices in
questions.
Dr.
Yeah,
Hill's office. All right.
yeah,
I'm hearing some low-key screaming.
as well you should be.
Yeah, just in my head constantly.
Yeah, right. But that just happens anytime I'm in a
That's
quiet
just
room.
yeah.
We joke, but
Me joke. Yeah.
we're joke makers. That's what Play the Hits is all about. What was that Seinfeld episode with that crazy guy who had it out for Jerry? I like you, Jerry. You're a joke maker. Yes, I'm a joke maker. Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
crows.
Well,
Oh, a clue in the blood.
No.
Yeah, it looks like someone's head just got smashed right
yeah,
there.
so someone's not doing well.
Yeah.
Did you see anything else that I might have missed?
There was a mask on the wall and stuff, but again, nothing that I'm seeing that's shiny. Oh, dude.
The other nice
Many feet you had in out.
from a gameplay perspective, the nice thing about this part of the game is we start to return to some areas that we've been to before, and so there's actually second chances to pick up certain clues.
Oh, good.
So,
All right.
if
you
you
were saying
see something-
different camera angles.
Yeah, if you see something that I'm completely ignoring, do let me know.
Okay.
Because even though this doesn't
I
look
do kind
like
of feel
it,
like that.
I think this is where
huge living room you were in might have had something, but
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything that was really shiny.
we'll be
so.
back there again too. Actually, as strange as it seems, even though this is a totally different angle, I believe this is where Mike and Jess left the house.
Okay.
But I think you go down a divergent path here shortly. So, since this part's relatively quiet, going back to your question from before, what's like the scariest game you've ever played? Oh, wait, you mentioned Silent Hill, but
Yeah, so as far as game, if I had to give just like a title, it's the first Silent Hill game, and I think that has as much as to do with the time I
Yeah.
played it. I think the first time I played it with you,
oh, is that
when
right?
we were probably 11 years old, something like that, 10
Yeah.
or 11.
Yeah, and
And-
that's kind of the same time as Clock Tower. We just got into
Yeah,
survival
we just
horror.
started getting to those games. I think Resident
Jiminy, fuck!
What in the hell?
Okay, is that a real face?
It's I don't know.
Kind of looks like just a little scarecrow type thing.
Yeah, right.
It's a scare
It's
off,
similar
scare
to
off the white man.
what was in the doctor's office.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
just a fucking pig.
That's
That's just a fucking
clue.
pighead.
Go ahead and pocket that.
We got a clue from the mystery man. Character
But
how's
yeah.
Chris doing?
Well, Resident Evil 2 was the first, and maybe a lot of people their first kind of foray into real survival horror.
Dude,
and
yeah, it was.
I didn't play the first one when it came out.
Dude, we
I
suck.
remember playing Resident Evil 2 with my cousin.
Yeah,
When he first got a PlayStation. I didn't have one yet, and I remember that game was just amazing to me. Like it scared the bejesus out of me. But it
yeah.
was
Back
also
in the
just
day,
like,
Resident Evil could get a little intense. I mean,
was,
especially if you
and-
were a freaking 10-year-old. Oh, that doesn't
Yeah.
look good.
and it was like literally the scariest game I had ever played to that point.
Yeah,
But it was more than just like horror for the sake of horror. I mean, there was a lot to it. There was the puzzles and everything, but it was also a lot of atmosphere. Like, I think especially starting with Resident Evil 2, the music, like,
yeah.
just they really had a good thing going with just making the atmosphere of the police station especially.
Right.
And it got a little more action oriented and like crazy
It
G-virus
did.
stuff.
I
in the
thought
sewers
Resident Evil,
onward.
yeah, Resident Evil 2, I thought was kind of the perfect mixture, though. I mean, the action was solid
Yeah.
enough.
It was.
But the atmosphere and
Anything
the
in the
music
tree
and
stump
stuff
there?
like that. That's a good
Probably
question.
not, but
And the environments, man, like everything felt just right in that game. And then with
Yeah.
Resident Evil 3, definitely more of an emphasis on the action. Then Resident
it was
Evil
the action.
Resident
and it was
Evil
like,
4 onward, just like pure action.
Yeah. Resident Evil 4 was definitely an action game. Code
Yeah.
Veronica kind of went back to...
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Code Veronica. I can't believe I forgot like my second favorite entry in the entire series.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah. Great game.
I like 2, Veronica remake, 7. Those are my tops.
I gotta play through 7 all the way. Maybe we can do that together.
That would be fun.
But yeah, there's always a special place in my heart for Resident Evil 1.
Yeah, of
just the
course.
original PlayStation 1. But
Yeah, and actually the only
it's a bit
reason
rough around the edges.
Yeah, the only reason I don't rank remake higher is that it's basically just a copy of Resident Evil 1. But I really enjoyed
Yeah,
Resident Evil
but-
1, so
Yeah, and remake is just, I mean,
perfect. Yeah.
we're not even talking about the graphical showcase that it was when
Yeah.
it came out on the GameCube.
Mhm.
I mean, that game, the original game, looks good today.
Resident Evil, like, even though it had like a really bad run in kind of the late knots,
Yeah,
I mean it's a solid series.
it is. It is, and really, and 4 was still a great game, even though
Oh, yeah, yeah,
it kind
I
of was the
loved-
start of something
I actually
that I
liked
didn't
4.
like.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
did too. It was different, but
I
I
liked
liked
4,
it.
but
It was a solid action game, and it definitely had its creep factor there.
yeah,
Um,
especially at the beginning.
Ashley!
I mean,
Yeah, in the
definitely,
beginning, in the
yeah,
first village.
By the time you were about halfway through, I mean, you felt like the aggressor. I mean, it was.
That's definitely true. I mean, you shoot someone in the face, a cultist in the face once, and then kick a hole through them. Whoa!
God damn it.
Well, shite.
Please,
All right.
help me.
I'm coming, Ash. Just keep talking to me. What
Could you be more specific about
Oh.
what's going on? Oh,
Now we've gone full saw.
Prince, are you
yeah.
there?
And do you notice who's hanging next to her?
Wake up.
Josh?
Your boy Josh.
We're going to conduct
Wow.
a little experiment. Sort of test.
Really?
Now for this experiment, we'll need the
Okay, I'm assuming not everyone can live.
subjects. Joshua
Psycho.
and Ashley.
Psycho Mantis.
But we're going to need one more brave participant to help decide which subject will live and which will die.
Wow.
Oh my God, get us out of here.
Please, please, everyone calm down. So
Yeah,
very
okay.
simple. Christopher, you will find a lever placed directly in front of you. All you have to do is choose who you will save.
Yep.
Wow. Can we opt out?
Yeah. Believe me, I tried.
Right.
Okay.
Remember how I said it plays with your expectations of Josh? This is what I was talking about.
Wow.
Let's just think about this for a minute.
You can't let me die.
Just give me a second.
Oh man, they're
I can't think straight. Just. Huh?
what?
Yep.
Okay,
There's-
Josh, you got us into the situation. Save Ashley.
Yep.
Don't even think about it. He was an idiot to.
I won't let you die. No,
Thank
please,
you.
no.
Didn't have to think about it all that hard, actually.
This is insane. This doesn't happen.
I like tried to wait and like remove his hand from it, but you can't.
No,
You have to
that
hit
doesn't
RP.
happen,
I
huh?
don't know what to do.
I see.
Bro!
Save Ashley.
No, Chris! No.
Wow, that fucking sucks.
Wow, why would you do this?
Yep.
Oh gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Shit.
That is gruesome.
Why can't I look? Chris, please tell me he's okay, please.
He's fine. He's fine. Just keep
He's
your eyes
fine.
closed. He's gonna be okay.
I'm coming, Ash. I'm gonna get you the
No, we can-
Shh, stop.
We can fix this.
We can fix
We
this.
can fix this.
I saw some tape in
Don't
the
worry.
shed. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
No!
gotta go, okay?
Although I kind of feel like maybe we would have learned a bit more if we let Josh live. So
Maybe.
then we could be a little more direct with him.
Hey, and look, we're finally
What the
back with
fuck's
these two
going on,
chumps. They were just looking for a
Yeah.
suitcase the whole time.
Seriously.
Ash?
Are you okay?
Chris, what happened?
Josh, what, dude?
He said,
Wait,
not right
what?
in front of us, man.
What are you talking
There's
about?
a maniac.
Maniac.
Oh my god, we gotta get out of here.
I don't understand what happened.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
As much as I hate her, like, she's actually right.
And she said the first sane thing in a while.
Right?
Come right through, man. Spilling out fucking everywhere.
What? Oh my god, Chris, what?
And I killed him.
No, Chris.
I killed him. It was my fault, man.
No, this is insane. We need to go
But
get
you know,
him.
as much as like I said, there's like a lot of great horror games out there. I really this one is up there for me. Like this is among my favorites. It's
The
really well
story
done.
is yeah. And I was oh my god. I mean, we were talking earlier about
Fine, you're right. Get everyone else together.
working with the limitations you have, like on the PlayStation 1. I think
Yeah.
about Silent Hill, and I really respect what they did,
Yeah.
you know, and kind of, there are limitations, but they, like with the fog, they had that because they couldn't render a whole lot at once, and it
Right.
was just like,
And it
okay,
ended up
so we're
becoming
gonna-
like a staple for the
and
entire
that was,
series.
yeah, and that made it even that much more creepy, you know? They had to build something else completely with the limitations that they had, and I really respect this motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
I respect them for that. Oh my god. Okay, seeing stuff straight from what's happening with us.
Yes. Well, and you remember how you selected
look, it's
Josh
relaxed
as your least favorite character, right?
Mhm.
That wasn't a coincidence.
Is the night going the way you hoped it would?
It's going fine.
Let's say it's going fine, because I want to... No, this guy's just pissing me off at this point.
And you think that these poor people are getting what they deserve?
Some of them are kind of asshats. What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
I'm trying to help you. And this
Oh my god.
With my teeth.
Yeah.
Have you seen a dentist lately?
anyone
Oh, is this going to get meta on us?
that you
A little bit.
very charitable in the way you play.
A little bit. It tells a good story. I will say that. The ending is not unsatisfactory.
But, oh yeah, I was going to say, going the other way, this game...
Do you intend
What?
to continue with this elaborate self-indulgence?
You're freaking me out, man.
Do you even believe that I am real?
Oh.
Hmm. You're real. You're something.
The heart of the problem, it all comes down to this. Can you really tell the difference anymore? I doubt it.
Right.
You're,
Well,
you're a real
shit.
fucking annoyance, is what you are. But yeah, this game goes the opposite. Like, it's so realistic and
Yeah.
and just obviously very good graphics,
Mhm.
and it kind of ugh.
Yeah, I
They
know.
had to show that again.
And that's ultimately what killed him, was that face.
I think so.
Josh, you might be alive right now if you just weren't so fucking creepy
If you
looking.
just didn't show me that face, Josh.
Enough spooking for
Oh, yeah.
Your freak
That's
max
right,
out,
for
now
that
you're
Sam.
dead.
Have fun.
Yeah, poor Sam. She's just having a nice, relaxing bath while all this is going on.
Yeah.
I like how they show this again.
Jessica! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Shit. There is one individual we're considering as a person of interest, but his whereabouts are currently unknown.
You know, there is still
Wait,
the old
what?
sanatorium on the mountain. Could he be hiding there?
I think that was from the radio
That was like
broadcast in
from
the
the
taxi.
very beginning.
Yeah. So, we're going to the abandoned sanatorium.
Cool.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
What could go wrong?
That's not good.
That's really not good.
Mike, you're not looking so great.
I think another game that had a crazy atmosphere that kind of reminded me of like the old days and kind of horrified me more than a game had since like Silent Hill, Clock Tower was the first Dead Space game. And I think that was what 2009 or something.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there. But you and Nick, you talk about Dead Space all the time. Like I don't know why Dead Space didn't do anything for me. Like I liked it as a game. I was not like there was one part of the game that I found kind of scary and intense, and that was like the first 10 minutes of it. Like the moment you get like the Ripper gun, like
that is, you're right. That is one thing is you can abuse it. You can be kind of powerful where it's just like you're
like
not
overly powerful,
really
like
in too much danger anymore.
Nothing ever felt dangerous in that game. Like it was well designed. It was graphically impressive, and the shooting was a lot of fun. But I found it more of an action game with horror elements than a horror game with action elements. And that's kind of where Resident Evil went for me for a while.
Yeah, but the action in that game is kind of intensified the scares, which is unusual. It's usually more like it takes you out of it.
Yeah, that's how it is
game,
for me.
It was just like a. I mean, I guess if there was like a proper Alien game too, which I've never played.
We got to play Alien Isolation at some point.
Isolation, okay, yeah, where it's just like the action kind of cemented, kind of the nightmare that you were in, and talk about atmosphere, like.
Yeah, Dead Space was good, like that. But again, it wasn't enough to like really. Again, it's for one thing. By the time the game reached its conclusion, I felt like the jump scares got kind of predictable, and that with a combination of the fact that like there's nothing that can stop you from just like mowing down these enemies.
That is, when it comes to the horror, that is the biggest weakness of it, is that you get pretty powerful pretty quickly as Isaac.
In horror games, I just don't like to feel too like if I'm going in it for legitimate scares, I don't like to feel too powerful.
Yeah, and you're your own worst enemy in that game. Is if you kind of lose your cool and freak out, you can die. But as long as you kind of keep a level head and you know that you're kind of the aggressor in that game.
Right.
You have a lot of tools at your disposal. Then it really isn't that difficult.
No.
So yeah, you got a point with that.
But again, I mean, like I'm nitpicking. I still find it to be a good game. And that's not disputed. But as far as
I don't know about the other two. I never played.
It went kind of downhill.
I heard it definitely went way downhill.
Yeah. Like 2 was not great, 3 was inexcusable.
If I have to say scariest moment in a game,
I didn't mean to go down here already.
Oh, can you go back up? Probably not.
Yeah, I wanted to look for clues in that courtyard. I think I will have a chance to double back out though.
Go back there with someone else. Ooh. Resident Evil definitely had its scary moments for me. I think again, being a kid. Just like the crows attacking you, like that was. I remember that moment. The first time the crows kind of busted through the window, I threw the controller and I ran out of the. That was my response to that.
Little Resident Evil. Yeah, that's true. I remember that game, or I remember that part of that game.
I don't know. I don't think I could rank like scariest moments, but I think one of the first scary moments for me growing up. Playing video games was
Did you see that shit?
That looked like a freaking monster from the abyss or something, like Creature of the Lagoon. Just looked like a white zombie.
So all of a sudden the paranormal stuff starts coming back into play.
Yeah. It is kind of like, and we're in, like, if there's a mental asylum, that's not a coincidence. If it's going to play the whole "you're crazy" angle, I mean, Dr. Hill's definitely alluding to that.
Yeah.
But
this game is good at keeping you guessing.
All the paranormal stuff has been mostly happening with Mike.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I didn't notice that.
Except for the books flying out at Chris and who is it, Ashley? That was the other thing. But pretty much all the paranormal stuff has been happening to Mike.
Yeah, and you're actually kind of right. I did not pick up on that my first playthrough. But yeah, this game is just solid all around. Like even knowing what happens, I'm still invested. Like, I'm still into this.
It has the atmosphere. It has the jump scares, which it doesn't have to rely on the jump scares. There are a lot of them, though.
No,
but I feel like that
and
kind
when
of
they
plays
come,
homage
yeah.
more than anything to kind of the genre it's in.
Right. When the jump scares come, they're effective because they take time to properly build them up.
Cool.
And same with the gore, too. Like, it wasn't like Saw, where it's just, like, gratuitous. Like, you had
And it
a
didn't
solid
start right at the beginning.
No, you had, like, a solid 2 or 3 hours of play before that ever happened.
Yeah. Shambles. Oh. Oh, God. Remember that clock tower? Was it the crucifixion?
Oh, my God, yeah.
That game kind of did have it all, didn't it? I mean, it
Yeah.
had the paranormal, it had like the psycho killer.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a crazy mystery.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and Clock Tower never really bothered to explain all of its mystery either, too. Like, it was just like, hey, some of
That's
this stuff
true.
is just freaking magic.
It's just like, hey, you know what? It's an evil family with a storied history. Sure, there's paranormal stuff. And there was, like, the occult. I don't think any other game had kind of, not that I can think of, like, that game really dipped its hands into the occult quite a bit and just straight
really
up,
did.
like, Satanism.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what, like, kind of made the house and the family cursed from the beginning. Okay, so cool. I
Yeah.
can go back out to the courtyard here. Mike's just like, nope.
It's just some badly rendered dog keeping you back in.
Yeah, right? Like in the first Resident Evil. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Oh, shit. I feel like it got darker out since we went in.
Right? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was definitely more illuminated. Dogs are howling pretty good there. Oh, hey, cool. Glad we went back.
Check that out. Yeah.
Glad we went back.
Mr. What's his Matt?
Yeah, that was Matt, for sure.
And that looked like he was at the gates here. I don't know, though.
Anything else out here? Well, even if it was just that, it was worth coming back out for.
One of the earliest memories as far as like a game scaring the bejesus out of me, I have to say, was Final Fantasy IV.
What?
And there was some, I'm talking about like not even a horror game, but there's some scary moments and just some crazy ass creepy stuff when it comes to like Edge's parents and stuff.
In
but
4? Oh, okay, yeah, I guess.
The point that really jumps out at me, and I swear this scared me so much as a kid, is the behemoths in Bahamut's Cave. That were
really?
random encounters, but they were bosses.
Yeah,
like,
that did suck.
That was like a huge betrayal of what that game was about. Like, there's random encounters, but they're enemies.
Right.
And then they force you down that thin little path.
I'm just double checking everything if you can't tell.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right.
All of a sudden, it's like boss music.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell's going on? And when it wasn't even like some pushover boss, like these things would wreck your day and just kill you.
That game did experience a sudden difficulty spike in that part.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I still don't know if I would call that horror.
I don't know about horror, but yeah, you know what? To me, it was horror.
Yeah.
Because it was, first of all, you're not even on Earth anymore. You're on the fucking moon. You feel so alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the music was kind of creepy. And then there's this crazy thing. It was just like so. It did feel like extraterrestrial in a way, which is like, okay, I've left Earth. There's this crazy thing. I have no idea like how I compare against these things. Huh. And yeah, it kind of wrecked you, and you couldn't do anything. It was just like, here's this boss.
That's a solid argument.
The rules are different here on the moon. Like, you're just going to fight bosses randomly now. And that's what I thought. I didn't realize as a kid that it was like a forced encounter on this 1 pixel width path.
Right.
It was just like, okay, this is what's going to happen sometimes. And it was just the craziest thing.
Yep. No, you're right. And there are certain games that like definitely aren't in the horror genre that have like really horror parts of them. Like, I'm thinking of Batman Arkham Asylum. Did you ever play through that game all the way?
No, I didn't. But I did see a lot of it. Are you talking about like Scarecrow segments?
No, actually, not those. Those weren't so bad. There's a part of Batman Arkham Asylum where you actually go to this part of it where they just keep like all of the most deranged, like psychopathic killers, and
Yeah.
like you can hear them like rattling against their cages and like trying to get out, and like they'll like kill the lights on you and you're just trapped in there with them. And even though you're Batman, you're thinking, man, this fucking sucks.
So
And
you feel like you're in danger.
yeah, you do, which is, hard to accomplish in a Batman game because
Yeah, I would imagine. If
you are the one
feel
who
like you're a
puts things in
badass.
danger, right? Yeah, and all of a sudden you don't. And then The Witcher 3, in the DLC Hearts of Stone.
Oh yeah.
Did you play through that?
I have not yet. I'm
Man.
probably like 3 hours into it.
Okay, so there's a part of Hearts of Stone where you go to this abandoned mansion, and I won't give away any plot beats, but yeah, it takes on like straight up horror vibes for a little
Really?
bit. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I gotta-
And
that's
once
the
again,
thing.
you're playing as a total badass,
Yeah.
so it's
That's
hard
true.
to.
And you've been playing for like 200 hours as someone who you feel pretty confident
Yeah.
could take anything.
And I mean, The Witcher has some like intense moments and some kind of
It does.
spooky
And
themes, but
Even just some of the enemies look, even just like the water hags and stuff, look creepy as all hell.
yeah.
It's-
But at this
But,
part, like all of a sudden, it's like, oh shit, I am like in this
they
haunted
just
house with a
turn
very.
the horror crank on you.
They do, like with a very hostile entity, and it like there's one or two really good jump scares in there too, and so
Wow.
yeah.
Who
I
I'm
did not
assuming
expect
is
that.
the enemy of that DLC, and I'm not sure if he is, but I feel like he probably is. That was a definite twist. Fine, like
Yeah, so the enemy in that game is actually, while we're on kind of like our topics of our favorite things, the enemy of Hearts of Stone, I kid you not, is my favorite villain of any RPG ever. I kid you
Yeah.
not. By the time you're done with it, it's just awesome.
oh, you know what? It's coming back to man. It's been a while since I really gotta finish that game. I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
finished
do.
the main game of The Witcher, but
Which is
DLCs,
good.
I
I
have
mean,
them.
yeah.
I need to finish them.
Yeah.
And which kind of excites me because it's such a great game.
Mhm.
It's this awesome thing in the back of my head. It's like, wait, I still got much story to go back to.
I was
The
going to say,
Witcher.
the nice thing about The Witcher 3 is that it was almost like The Witcher 3 and its two sequels. Like, the DLC for that game is so solid, and it takes so long to beat, that they
Yeah.
could be their own games in their own right. And, like, in any other series, like, they would be.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so
Three
great.
3 years old, and that game's still, I mean, more than solid. If Witcher 3 came out this year, it'd be a Game of the Year contender.
Oh,
I
for
really
sure.
feel that way.
Yeah, I agree. I still say it's the best RPG of this generation, and this generation has had some really good RPGs.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like Dragon Age started it off in the PS4's early days, and it basically redeemed that series for me because Dragon Age 2 kind of sucked.
Which one was Inquisition? What
Yeah,
was it called?
Inquisition, yep.
Inquisition, okay.
And then you had The Witcher, of course. Final Fantasy made a good comeback after 13. What else was there?
You had Horizon,
Yeah.
which I don't know if you would call that.
I mean, it was
straight
definitely
RPG,
an action
but-
RPG in the Zelda vein, and same with Zelda. That's back in a huge way. Wow, I'm like blanking now. There's really a lot of good RPGs out here. That Persona 5, my god.
Oh yeah. Which, oh my god, by the way, Sinful. Still need to play through that game. I haven't
Yeah,
even
you
gotten
do.
to my first battle yet. I've
Yeah,
just
you
been
do.
doing a bunch of other projects.
So this place is getting
Yeah.
progressively more creepy.
It is.
Words. Crap. There's more good
Yeah,
RPGs.
there's a lot more.
But RPGs have made a huge comeback in this generation after being really stale in the PS3 era.
yeah, seriously. Like I'm not saying to like PS3 was
Yeah, you're gonna want to take that machete. Okay, there we go.
Shit. Gross.
So someone's been up to some shit here recently.
yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say we've lived through any dark times in gaming necessarily. You know,
I don't know,
although when
the PS3 era. I mean, I liked the PS3 as a console, but I don't know. Out of all the generations that I've played, like that one just
yeah, that's what I was
it
going
really
to say.
kind of got
It's like,
stale for me.
I don't think it was a dark time necessarily, like say before the NES, which we didn't so much live through, but that was the most stale generation.
Well,
you know,
fuck.
But now we're at a point where it's just like we're not moving too much farther with graphics, at least not leaps and bounds.
Right.
And they're really trying to focus on, like, they have so many tools at their disposal now, and you can make a game like this, you can make a 200-hour epic like The Witcher, but people are comfortable you basically making 8-bit, 16-bit retro style games that are
I love
5
that
hours
too.
long.
Yep.
And some of those can be game of the year contenders. People talk about like Celeste this year, or
Shovel
like The
Knight.
Messenger or Shovel Knight.
Yep.
Games like that, being like, you know what, this could be in like my top 5 games of the year.
Yeah, and like not in an ironic, like just nostalgic trip way.
No, and not in I'm gonna fuck the
PS3,
system.
Yeah.
And it's like genuinely good games.
Yeah, the PS3 kind of tried that, but it didn't quite catch on. Like it tried to do like side scrollers, but with like modern flair and graphics, and that just doesn't work quite as well. I mean, it can,
And
like
PS2
see Mega
was
Man
doing
11,
that.
but
Yeah, the PS2 was doing that kind of stuff too.
with Contra,
and I think they just needed to keep doing it. They were still in the mode of, we're making these games look real pretty, like they had to keep going. What? I didn't like how he started stuttering there.
Oh, I thought you were
What's
talking to
going on,
Addy or
man?
something. Yeah, no, for a while there, they tried a little. They couldn't quite find the right. Oh
What
shit,
the?
that was a dog. They couldn't
Yeah,
quite
I saw the
find
dog shadow.
the right balance, and
Yeah.
now I feel like so some games just work better with kind of retro style graphics.
Yeah.
I immediately reporters and other snoops to be kept away at all cost. Damn snoops.
Jeez. I want press snooping around this paradise.
Right? Okay. So let's see here. Where's our Doge friend?
And I think definitely I think about PlayStation 1 era, that was the time when that was like the death of side scroller, right?
Yeah,
that
for
was,
sure.
Well,
because we were so excited
back.
to be in 3D land, we just...
I think they kind of
quit
felt
doing
like
it.
they couldn't do that, yeah, exactly.
Right.
When it came to, a new 3D medium, that you had to not only show it off graphically, but what you could do with depth and, and just a different dimension.
And in fact, I even remember certain games of that era, like reading reviews for like Wild Arms and saying, oh, this game would be perfect if they just went full 3D because, Final Fantasy VII's coming out and, we don't have to do sprites anymore.
Yeah. And that's kind of, you almost can't blame the developer. Whoa.
Have you ever seen like such a blatantly obvious trap? Like for fucking real. Oh, and at this point they also start dicking with you at the camera. Like if I hold still for a second here, or never mind. I guess it's just at that entryway. If I were to hold still there, it just zooms in on Mike's face. Yeah, just screwed up. I'm just gonna use my knowledge of what happens and just not even touch that.
Okay.
I know it says you can interact with
yourself?
it, but you really don't want to.
Gotcha. All right, tell me what happens.
It's just a fucking it's a fucking bear trap, and you have to sacrifice one of his fingers to get away from the danger.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What the hell?
And then you find yourself without a way to defend yourself later at another crucial part.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. There's like no payoff for it, but here you can find all sorts of clues. So not just a sanitarium, but fucking like morgue / torture
morgue
house.
there too.
Yeah.
He's talking about skulls, but these things have some flesh on them. Wow.
That was gross.
This is like if you said something else, you weren't scared of rats. I wonder if something else would have come out.
That's a good thought, actually. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, it would have been like a fucking snake or something, or a clown.
I feel like we're seeing like what Dr. Hill wants us to see if he is real. I don't know.
I'm not going to say anything.
Ooh, a note. Near a bot or near a lack of a body. Alright, what do we got?
Death certificate. Body was not discovered until 6 to 8 hours after death. Sections of the intestines and kidneys were apparently eaten. I think of the Resident Evil beginning.
Victims were apparently eaten. Yeah, I think about
I almost
that, too.
wonder if that some of the stuff that they do in this game is a throwback to like classic survival horror games.
I can't tell you how many times I incorporate itchy tasty into conversation.
Yeah, right. Itchy tasty. No, that was good. Victims were apparently eaten.
Eaten.
Name tag. Finding all kinds of clues right now, but none of them relating to the sisters, which, like I said, are the most important ones.
Yeah. Yeah, Jim. I forgot what we were. I forgot what we were texting about, but he definitely sent over the Albert Wesker GIF the other day.
Yeah, Albert Wesker.
Oh, he was showing that Capcom 7 bundle of like brawlers, like the side-scrolling beat 'em ups.
Uh-huh.
And there's a commercial with Captain Commando. It's actually pretty funny, and it seems like they got the actor. I don't think literally, but like the Albert Wesker actor from the horrible Resident Evil 1 intro.
Oh, interesting.
Captain Commando, and it's like, okay, that kind of guy at least.
Yeah. Oh man, that was like, oh shit.
Jesus.
I know, that sucks. That was one of my favorite intros to any game ever. I know it was like so chintzy, but that's part of what made it
was
so charming.
Super chintzy. I remember just being amazed by movie intros in general.
Yeah, back in
when
like the early
PlayStation
days
came
of
around.
CD-ROMs. Yeah, that was tight.
Because like, and even like, yeah, the N64 couldn't do that stuff. Although, the crazy enough with Resident Evil 2, they with sorcery they found a way.
Okay, so this guy fucking knows you're in here by now.
Yeah, at this point.
He's just dicking with you. You tell me he didn't hear any of that? Okay, so let's look around first. That's the way the game clearly wants me to go. Yeah, that dog's jump scare got me the first time, too. Let's see. So this is actually
like
just back at the entrance.
Oh, what we got?
I don't
Or
want.
did you already look at that?
I don't want to jump down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I want to be able to open this first. I think. You know, like I said, some parts of this game are a little bit arbitrary. Like, you can't always tell what order you're supposed to do stuff in. Oh, I guess. Okay, whatever. You're just supposed to check that out, and then you are supposed to jump down here. My bad.
Okay.
But anyway, sorry.
No,
What were
you don't want to
saying?
miss anything.
Yeah.
Shit, what was I saying?
I think we're talking about
just-
something about chintzy Resident Evil portions.
Oh, yeah. Not just... That stuff was chintzy, but it was... I think my first foray... My first game that I ever played myself, that I rented, was Wild Arms. And I remember seeing that intro and just kind of being blown away.
Oh, I know.
It
To
was
this
simple.
day, I love that intro. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
The
love that
music and
song.
the anime. I mean, it was awesome. It was well done.
Oh,
Fuck it.
Jesus, again? Come on, punch it.
Let's punch the fucking dog in the face.
Actually,
You seem cool.
see, okay, you acted a lot more calmly than I did.
I
Just like punch the
I knew
dog.
what was coming. and I guess they do give you some clues. Like, you don't want to attack nature.
Don't want
if
to
you
mess with
have
the
to.
animals.
Right.
Well, yeah, I think I'm dealing with some things because I would have punched that dog in a second.
Would have punched. I mean, if this were real life, I would have either A, punched it, or B, just shit my pants and laid down and let it kill me. You know? Like, oh god. But I mean, that's the thing.
Day of killing.
Yeah, that's the thing about this
Oh,
game.
mind
Though.
a bit.
Like, even though you kind of get some clues and you get some like heads up about certain things, at the same time, like under the pressure or under the gun, like who wouldn't punch that fucking dog?
Yeah, I think if I was playing, I would have punched the damn dog.
Yeah.
No, dude.
Now we're going full commando here. Oh, please, 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 give me that gun.
Oh, there you go.
There we are. Clever.
Grab it. Grab it.
He kills himself immediately with it. Oh, thank God, a way out.
Thank God.
Now he turns around and shoots the dog.
What happened to our rifle? We lost that at some point, huh?
Remember, it jammed. And
Oh,
didn't
it's
really work.
jammed.
Yeah,
That's right.
just a piece of junk. So we're finding a lot out about Mystery Man here.
Most people who have a Clue poster board with yarn and shit are not very well balanced.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, when does
feel
that
like-
ever end well? You know,
Well,
from a
yeah.
narrative standpoint,
Where someone's like, solved it in the end. No.
right?
What's in the box?
It's in the box. Oh God, we're gonna find pieces of more of our friends, aren't we? That's actually what I thought the first time I opened this.
Maybe this will keep the wolves fat and happy.
It's just treats for the doggies. Actually, this is important because we can make friends with the dog.
Ooh.
Also,
Doggy
by
attack.
not punching it. Okay, Doge. Just making sure there's nothing else here. Any totems? Who's got a totem for Daddy? Who's got a totem? Do you have a totem back there? Where's your totem? Here you go, big boy. Oh, there you go. Oh, you go, boy.
He's still a doggo.
Yeah, of course he is. There you go, sweet boy. Who's that sweet boy? You're a sweet boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
That's right.
This is going to pay off in a few hours, I'm sure. Oh, look at the face.
Everyone likes a little loving, right?
Oh, man.
You,
This is all more impressive when you consider... That just jogged my memory. This is even more impressive when you consider that Mike is doing all of this with blue balls.
maybe he's running on that adrenaline.
I mean, a half hour ago, he really...
Are you
I mean,
gonna
he just-
shoot the lock, dude?
what other choice?
Does that work?
I mean, he really thought he was getting laid up until like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I mean, his night just completely got upended.
Actually, have you noticed that he kind of right now he's kind of Jessica's definitely on the back burner a little bit. He's
Yeah,
just like, well,
totally.
alright, I guess I ain't getting any. So
Yeah, well, don't need
check
her
out this
anymore.
asylum.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Mike's night has taken definitely the most dramatic shift out of anyone so far.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't. I think Chris's night kind of took a turn
Oh, yeah,
he wasn't expecting.
Yeah, Chris's night definitely isn't okay. But
The kids are not all right.
yeah, no one's all right in this scenario. The miracle.
Mine
Man.
rescue photo.
Oh boy. So I know the sound is
I
just
feel like that's
wind,
the
but it's
second
freaking me out.
time that they've alluded to these miners that were rescued. I feel like earlier when we were in the mine, we saw something about them.
Yeah, no, they're important.
Okay. What?
Boy.
Death totem?
Yep.
Don't use your lighter in a critical situation. Got it.
Don't sacrifice self. Noted.
That's a pretty dramatic
Yeah, staircase.
angle right there. Yeah.
Oh, going back to horror games. So the game overall that I know to be most scary, and still like, even though I was, like in my late 20s when I played it, still freaked me out real bad was Amnesia, or not Amnesia, freaking, why can't I remember the name of it?
I wonder, are you gonna say not Insidious? What the heck is that game?
Yeah,
You're
no,
hiding most of the game.
yeah,
Night
yeah,
vision.
yeah, you're right. Come
We
on.
played it together.
We did.
And there's two of them.
And I really like the game. And it's, why can't I think of the name?
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's
I
the
think
one
a
where you,
Sega
it's
game.
like this, where you start in an asylum and like it's just
Yep.
really, really screwed up.
Yeah.
What is this game called? Oh my gosh,
Okay.
I feel so
I know.
stupid right now.
So do I, because I know what you're talking about.
It's
The
not
one where
Amnesia, it's something.
batteries are running out all the time.
Yeah, and you're like a reporter, and
Of course.
gosh darn it.
Once
What
you
is-
have another bullet, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck this barrel.
What is that game called? Like, it is absolutely driving me nuts.
All right. Wait. Whoa.
Oh boy.
Good job, idiot.
Yeah, right. Stupid. Come on, dummy. Well, good thing we found that totem. Meanwhile.
Okay, I'm gonna have. Ooh. Okay, clown killer.
Yep.
He's the guy at the chair now. Alright, yeah, that's driving me crazy. I'm gonna have to look it up.
It's locked.
It's such a generic name, and it's, gosh darn it. You're right. It's something like Insidious or Oh, yeah. Just Google it and put us both at ease right now.
Let's see.
I can't believe Josh is dead.
I can't believe how he...
Is it Outlast?
Outlast. Thank you.
Maybe
Outlast.
Definitely Outlast. Definitely Outlast.
Okay, so here's an area from earlier in the game. We may be able to keep your eyes peeled because we may be able to find another clue here
Okay.
that I might have missed.
Wait, what's she
earlier.
saying? That we should see Josh's dead body? Really?
Yeah, it's screwed up.
Should we just take the clues for what they're worth? And is Emily, right? She's just the real villain.
What's that?
That looks like paint. Okay, I was about to say. I think. Well, yeah, that
Oh, there's
thing
a
with
totem.
before the pig's head looked like it was painted.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it looks like some of these guys are like really trying to freak you out.
right.
But
Yeah,
I'm assuming they're also
You're-
trying to kill you.
you're actually onto something a little bit. Ow.
Warning totem.
So maybe we should stay
You'll
away
have a
from.
splitting headache.
Maybe we should stay away from high places with Matt.
Yeah, or stay away from taking the short route or something. Maybe.
Right.
I don't know if that'll ever actually kill you in this game. I'm assuming it just makes things harder.
Look, an axe. Don't we all, Matt?
I would too.
Yoink.
Will you take the axe? Not enough
puts-
inventory space.
Puts it in his briefcase. Yeah.
Oh god,
That
that
was
was one thing
another
about
thing.
Resident Evil 4 that was fucking annoying.
Yeah, the freaking
Break the door down.
unlimited, like, gigantic briefcase that could hold a rocket launcher.
Yeah,
Got any better suggestions?
but you had to like rearrange stuff all the damn time.
Oh, I know. That was a nightmare.
What?
Window.
That's great, Matt. I can just about fit my lip balm through that little slot.
No, come on.
You will never fit through there, big guy.
How about you shut the hell up?
What are you
Alright,
thinking?
Help Emily through.
Yeah, fuck you, Emily.
Yeah, because let's just go against what she says.
You will.
Are you nuts? You're gonna shove my ass through that little hole?
I've seen you slip into some pretty tight jeans, Em.
Excuse me?
It's a talent.
Think again, lughead. No can do. For one thing, that maniac is probably just sitting there under that window waiting to blend us into pina coladas.
Okay.
I hate her so much.
Here goes.
Okay, so
Huh?
So no matter what, here we go.
Shh, just do it!
just do it.
He
Do it.
turns the axe on her. That'd be great if that were an option. Just fucking take a swing at it with the axe. There we go.
Kind of feel like she'd refuse to die.
Yeah,
The person
right.
she is, just to
Like,
spite you.
Did you just hit me with a fucking axe, you asshole?
God.
What is wrong with you?
Damn.
What happened?
This is crazy.
We were here just a few hours ago. This must have just happened.
What the f
Oh, God.
going on?
Wow.
Well, there, I think we found out what the red paint was for.
Who got to Chris and Ash and Josh?
He's gotta know this is the only way back.
Don't say that.
Look, the cable car's all the way out there.
Well, I mean, that's not far, right? You can jump it?
You fucking kidding me?
Good, Em.
That's kind of racist.
Right? You're black, right? I mean, can't you just jump 8 feet into the air and like do a little slammy dunk on it? Come on now. Stop. We gotta break up.
Just, yeah.
This relationship is over.
They knew exactly what they were doing.
Just double checking everything here. So that looks like I can go down there, but apparently not. Okay.
Yeah, these guys were smart. They booked it straight to the cable car.
Yeah, right. Though it's not looking so smart now.
Barely in working
No.
condition before, and now
Oh, there we go. I'm back. It only took a second.
Oh, did you freeze up again?
Just for a second. I didn't
Okay.
see him move the painting or move a box.
Yeah. I hate when she shows up right behind you.
Hey, Magellan, maybe we should get the cable car working and take this show on the road, huh?
Wow. I'm still holding an axe.
Don't test me.
Do not piss me off.
Very friendly.
Yeah. What do you think it means?
Unfollow. God,
Unfollow? Wow.
shut up. Like, even at, like, her best, she's insufferable.
Yeah, you in a situation like this, you really see what the core of a person is, and hers sucks.
Yeah.
Emily's core just sucks.
You're just a bad person all the way down to your core, aren't you?
Fire tower on the map you found.
Well, I guess it's an option.
Oh, maybe it has a radio or something. I mean, it would, wouldn't it?
Well, remember what we just saw in that flash
Matt,
forward,
Matt,
right?
that radio.
Of Matt just taking a spill.
Yeah.
So maybe we disagree with this one.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
I mean, that could work, but I kind of think that maybe we should get back to the lodge for now. I mean, everyone's been split up for so long.
Wait, for real? What is it with you and going back to the lodge? You just want to hide out in your room and cry.
What? No.
Wow, fuck
Don't be a
you.
pussy.
Wow.
You gotta do this, Matt.
Fine. Fine.
Oh wow, you really don't have much choice when you're
No,
with her.
yeah, no, exactly. She's kind of stringing you
Kind of
along.
makes me suspicious. Like you
Mhm.
got to do what she says.
Oh, I guess I can go down there now. Just use the axe on her, man.
Oh good.
Let's go.
Oh damn it.
Getting us out of here, Mr. Meat for Brains.
Shut up. Like, there's so many opportunities he has to just axe her right in the spine. We're making a lot of Treehouse of Horror references in these episodes.
Look at this
There's that one episode where every single person that died took an axe to the back.
Yeah.
And just like Matt.
God, those used to
I feel like
Do
that
they
was the
still
same
do
one
those?
where Willie died every episode. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? I feel like I saw the Treehouse of Horror last year, and it was pretty good.
Dude,
I
they
hadn't
still
watched
do
one
them?
in a few. Yeah,
Oh,
I hadn't
why'd I
watched one in a
just-
few years.
Yeah.
It had a pretty gross one actually of Homer eating himself,
Ew.
but it was a solid episode. I was surprised.
God, I would not be doing this.
Now.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Almost.
I'm feeling
I would find, like,
pain.
any other way around. I just would not do that.
Right.
Okay.
Holy cannoli! Thank God that's over.
Yeah, for real.
Did she just say holy cannoli?
Holy cannoli.
Somehow that's the worst thing she said tonight.
She is a Jersey girl.
Yeah, right. Holy ravioli, mamma mia. Oh, good, more totems. Let's see what gruesome fate
What's
awaits us
gonna
now.
kill us next?
Right? A flare gun.
So-
Yeah, she shoots him.
What if it doesn't work?
What?
The radio.
God, shut up.
But
You're the
Yeah,
one who
you
wanted to go
wanted
this
do
way,
this.
right?
we need a plan.
Maybe we can just climb down
Climb down what?
the mountain.
Are you serious?
What's the big deal? It's not like it's floating in the sky.
Or is it?
It's blackout.
Hopefully we won't have to.
You think the psychopath is just gonna give up and run away?
No. But maybe we should find a safe spot. Hole up, wait it out.
I like how this guy thinks.
Figure this all out in the morning.
As long as we
Let's
don't
just
find
order a
the
pizza,
lodge,
call it a night.
let's
and
just
just-
go.
That's another thing. After we were done playing the last time, I started thinking about the title.
Oh, Until
The
Dawn.
Until Dawn, yeah, which is like, I mean, that's not a mistake.
Yeah, and they keep showing you how many
keep showing
hours
the
until dawn.
hours are left.
Yeah.
Which is like, why would they just give up? So there's something to that.
What's over here?
Oh, there's something shiny where she's at. Unless that was just her flashlight.
Oh, this is the bridge from the beginning of the game. This is where we were introduced to Mike, I believe.
Huh?
You got the green key.
You got the crank.
Oh, look at that.
Beth's phone.
phone.
Whoa, wow.
That's an antique.
Whoa,
Throwback.
this is Beth's phone.
I thought the police, like, swept the whole area.
Well, it looks like they missed this.
Yeah, I'd say so. Nope, invisible wall. Okay. Sometimes I'm grateful for invisible walls, you know? They just keep
Yeah, me too.
wandering too far down the stupid
Just
path,
into the abyss where there's nothing.
right? Okay, that's got to be a totem.
Where you just clip through the mountain and die.
Right. Man, we're
No,
finding a
you're getting
lot
all
of
the
these things.
totems.
And this time,
Okay, that's
let Chris
back
in.
to the
Okay.
lodge. Fortune totem. What does that mean? How is it different from?
I don't know. That it's pretty nebulous how they're all distinguished. What's up here? Dang, Cliff.
Dang Cliff.
Dang,
Yeah.
Cliff. Tell me about it.
Choice. I prefer not to spend my evening plummeting to my death off a snowy cliff top.
Well, fine. Suppose we'll just leave.
Ooh.
Matt, what is that?
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Why are the animals freaking out on
What?
us? What the hell is going on? Max, I think they want to have sex. There's only one way
Yeah.
out of this.
You gotta give nature what it wants.
All right, giving nature what it wants.
Oh, is this
sh-
freaking
Hell yeah!
Sam?
We're finally back to Sam, and we are rewarded.
She has been.
Unfortunately, Sam's about to have a real fucking
Oh,
bad
God.
time. God, I hate that. I hate like home invasion as a genre, you know, because it's
Oh yeah.
because this is the kind of shit that could actually happen. I mean,
Scream sucked.
yeah, right.
Oh really? Didn't even notice that.
And it's clear that this guy, this killer, is the one that's like really
What are
screwing
you
with
doing
you.
out there?
Yeah, he's the one that he's the one pulling the levers and looks
Yeah.
like looking through the cameras.
Yeah, and
and
like
stuff.
setting the murder traps and everything like that. Yeah. I mean, that was like the voice you heard on the thing when Josh died, and
he's
he's the one with the red paint, because we saw the red paint when we were chasing him down with Chris, and yeah. Well, we'll just admire the view
All right.
here, and I think we'll wait until next time to figure out what happens to our friend Sam.
Alrighty.
Well, Max,
Oh jeez.
she's already having a bad time.
Is that what happens when you just stay still?
Apparently, for some parts.
Wow.
But hey, we'll let her shiver it out a little bit, and next time we'll figure out a little bit more about what the hell's going on.
Okay. We'll see you then.
See ya.